In a soggy qualifying session at Misano, Jack Miller has won his first MotoGP pole position since 2018, leading a Ducati freight train. Francisco Bagnaia, who had been given a three-place grid penalty on Friday, finished just 0.015 seconds behind the Australian and was able to start on the second row. Enya Bastianini and rookie Marco Beschetti will complete Sunday's front row as a result of Bagnaia's grid downgrade, with Aprilia's Maverick Vinales besting the rest in the fifth this afternoon. Although championship leaders Fabio Quartararo and Alex Espargaro finished 8th and ninth respectively, it was a difficult season for Bagnaia, who kept his dream of a fourth consecutive victory well and firmly alive. Riders were getting ready to attempt and walk a tightrope between prudence and speed in the challenging conditions as light rain began falling and anxiety was at an all-time high. Due to his punishment for riding sluggish on the racing line in FP1 and generating a risky scenario for the other riders, Bagnaia was under additional strain. Only Miguel Oliveira of KTM took a chance by starting on a slick tire, while the majority of riders chose to play it safe by wearing wet tires for their practice laps. However, Oliveira stormed up to the top on his just second lap, and the wet riders all gradually pitted for slicks, despite the rain flags still being present. The pole was passed from Oliveira to Miller, then Beschetti, Bastianini, Beschetti, Bagnaia, Bastianini, Miller, Bagnaia, Johan Zarco, and finally Miller once again. The Desmodesi often offers superior grip in such mixed conditions. Beschetti and Luca Marini, teammates on the VR46 Ducati squad, won qualifying 1 to go to Q2. On his final MotoGP race, countryman Andrea Dovizioso will start 18th on the grid. After winning the previous three races, Francisco Bagnaia is riding high, heading into the ground at his home track and the home of Ducati. Along with Valentino Rossi, Casey Stoner, George Lorenzo, Dani Pedrosa, and Marc Marquez, Bagnaia joined an exclusive club of 3-in-a-row winners thanks to that flawless run, which also significantly improved his prospects of winning the championship. Bagnaia, who was 91 points behind Yamaha's Fabio Quartararo before the start of the winning streak, is currently 44 points ahead of him and is only 12 points back of Aprilia's Alex Espargaro. Bagnaia is the only member of the group to have won in Misano before, in 2021, and has also finished third in 2020. However, he also lost the lead in two earlier home races. In addition to confirming Quartararo as the world champion, last year's late error provided Marc Marquez with the MotoGP victory that still stands as the most recent triumph for Honda and him. The Spanish superstar won't be at the event this weekend as he continues to heal from the fourth operation on his right arm. However, Marquez made his two-wheel comeback on a CBR 600 in Aragon on Wednesday, and HRC is hoping he'll be ready to do so at next week's post-race test. The final MotoGP race for Andrea Dovizioso, who served as Marquez's primary challenger for the championship from 2017 to 2019, will take place in Misano. Dovizioso has chosen to bid his home supporters farewell after a challenging season with RNF Yamaha. The 36-year-old racer debuted in a Grand Prix as a 125cc wildcard in 2001 and has since claimed 24 victories and 103 podium finishes. He competed for Honda, Ducati and Yamaha in the Premier class, earning 15 victories and 62 podium finishes. For the final 6 races, Yamaha test rider Cole will take Dovizioso's seat. The 31-year-old Japanese superbike rider Kazuki Watanabe will make his debut MotoGP start this weekend after being called up by Suzuki to replace the injured Joan Mir.